All right, guys, it's a really good day for Jazz fans because they just locked in Donovan Mitchell to a max extension. This is the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, $195 million. That's with incentives. But if you've ever watched Donovan Mitchell, if you don't expect him to go beyond the $163 million, that's the guaranteed money for Donovan Mitchell with this max, to get to the $195, then you don't know Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is going to make an All-NBA team. If you want to gamble on something, gamble on that, because everything Donovan Mitchell has done from the time he's entered this league is exceed expectations, to quiet his doubters and his haters. That's all he's done. After this playoffs, you heard a lot of crickets from all these different fan bases, especially Philly fans, all these guys that used to compare Donovan to Ben Simmons and Jason Tatum. Guess what? Donovan Mitchell is in his own league, and he is a superstar, and he is making superstar money. Best money the Jazz could spend is this $195 million. Absolutely. This guy is the cornerstone of the franchise. He's the face of the franchise. Every Jazz fan has something to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. Give thanks, all right, for Donovan Mitchell and him being on the Jazz for 5 years. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be very good. This is what you do. In the draft and all these things, you use these picks, you make these moves so you can get a guy like this. And if you can get this guy on your team, you're lucky, because this is what it's all about. And Utah Jazz fans have every reason to be excited, because from here on out, you're going to see him continue to develop. We may see him eventually become the point guard of the team. I hope so. Hopefully soon. Maybe at trade deadline, the Jazz do something to just give Donovan even more of a front-facing role. I can't speak. I'm excited. But he's going to be the point guard of the future, the playmaker that makes everything happen for this Jazz offense. And he is everything that you want in a superstar. He is a leader. He's one that makes his teammates better. His teammates love him. Great locker room guy. He's everything you could ask for. If you wrote up a list of what you'd want your superstar to be, it's Donovan Mitchell. It's absolutely amazing. I remember I was with Michael from SLC Dunk. We went to go see day one of Summer League. And I remember that was the time, actually, and we talked about Gordon Hayward yesterday, but that was during the time when we didn't know if Gordon Hayward was going to re-sign with the Jazz. You didn't know what was going to happen. And I remember watching Danny Ainge and just seeing him looking at his phone. I remember at one point him walking out and down the hall. And I think it was at that point we saw that the meetings with Donovan Mitchell or with Gordon Hayward were over in San Diego. And I think at that point we kind of had a sinking feeling that Danny Ainge might have found out that Gordon was going to Boston. It did not matter, because what happened that day, from the moment you saw Donovan Mitchell on the floor, they were playing Kendrick Lamar, and he started doing those windmill dunks in the layup line, everyone in the crowd had a moment. Everyone there knew that this guy was special. From the very moment he stepped on the floor and had like 7 steals in his first Summer League game or whatever it was, or Las Vegas, how he had that game where he just lit up the floor of 20 points in his first Summer League game, and it looked like he wasn't even trying that hard. It was unbelievable. He was a star from the moment he stepped foot on the floor, and he's only gotten better every year. He's figured it out. Every offseason, he gets and adds something to his game. So there's no reason to not expect him to take things to another level, to reach All-NBA, and maybe reach an NBA Finals one of these days with the Utah Jazz. He's the guy you need. We saw him step up in the bubble playoffs. 36 points per game in the bubble playoffs in that 7-game series. That's amazing. And that's the thing. Now Utah just has to build around him, whether it's with this Rudy Gobert extension or finding other things, building around with elite high-level role players that enhance his skill set. That's what the Jazz need to do. But for now, Jazz fans need to be excited, because Donovan Mitchell is here to stay. 5 years. It's going to be a great 5 years. I, for one, am excited. I hope you are. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel. I will talk to you later.